Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I just want to share with you what we are going to be using for math. We've been using Math-U-See, and even though it's working excellent, it's working really good for us. I was just looking to add a little bit of fun when it comes to our math. I want to take my son as well to a certain point or place when it comes to math. And I think that what we're going to be adding now is going to be excellent for that. Now, that does not mean that Math-U-See is not working. Actually, it's been working very well. That does not mean that we're going to be using this program, at least for what I have planned so far. It's not going to be something that is going to be happening just now. It's going to take a little bit of time. So he's been working with Math-U-See Gamma, and I would like for him to finish Math-U-See Gamma, which we are about to, and start with Math-U-See Delta. And once we start with Math-U-See Delta, is that I want to add this program to work with our math. So this program is another curriculum. I think it's a very simple curriculum, not that many lessons. For what I can see, it's a lot of fun, a lot of activities, which I think he's going to enjoy. And it's just going to help solidify as well what we've been going through when it comes to Math-U-See. Sorry that I cannot even express myself now. As you can tell, I am a little bit sick. But I think that these two programs are going to be working very well together. Math-U-See is more on the simple side, and this program that we are going to be using is more on the fun side. So I think it's going to combine very well with what we are doing with Math-U-See, and it's going to serve as well as a review, and it's going to add some of the concepts that he hasn't worked yet with them little by little, and get him ready for when we start working with those concepts when it comes to Math-U-See. Anyways, so this program that we're about to be using is Apologia Math. And this Apologia Math is the 4th grade, and as I said, I am going to be using it more as a review and to add some of the concepts that he's going to encounter with Math-U-See a little bit ahead of time, so he can take his time with that. So that is my view when it comes to using this program side by side with Math-U-See. Now, I will eventually share with you guys the schedule that I am going to be using for the two of them, and as well how I am going to be using this program when it comes to having Math-U-See and this program at the same time, just working with them. So I have in here the teacher guide for Apologias, and this is the teacher guide and the answer key, and it's very colorful and very simple, so that is something that I really enjoy. It has the materials, the supply list that you guys are going to be using. As well, it has a suggested schedule, which is something that I like, which will last 4 days. So I am going to see if this schedule that I suggested in here is something that is going to be working for us, or if the one that I have planned for us will be more convenient. I am not suggesting you guys for you to purchase another program for math. If you're using Math-U-See, I am not suggesting that. This is what is working for us. I am just sharing this with you guys as a way to let you guys know what we're doing in here, but that doesn't mean that I am suggesting that you guys go and purchase another program on top of the one that you guys are using if you're using Math-U-See or if you're using any other program. But just to share with you what we're doing in here and where I want to take my son when it comes to math, okay? The next one is the student workbook, and it's not that thick, it's pretty simple. Most of the book is just activities. It has obviously the pages where he's going to be practicing what he is learning, the concept that is introduced at that time in that lesson. And I think it's going to be very well because it has activities. It just relates your everyday life with what they're going to be learning, which I think that is important. It goes by unit, so it has unit 1, numbers and places, value, numbers and place value. Unit 2, multiplication. Unit 3, geometry. Unit 4, division. Unit 5, measurement. Unit 6, fractions and decimals. And that is the last unit, which is fractions and decimals. It's not something that is going to be very difficult, I can tell already. The worksheet that they have is not cluttered. It doesn't have a lot of problems for them to do. It's more like enough for them to being able to grasp the concept that they're learning, grasp the material that is being taught, but at the same time, it's just enough practice for them to be able to understand, and more so because we're using Math You See as well. I want to not only show him with Math You See what he is going to be doing for the math, but that he has an idea as well, because Math You See is a very particular method to be learning certain concepts when it comes to math. So when you go to Math You See, you're going to see that the way that they teach multiplication is not the common way for you to be learning multiplication. So I think it will be beneficial for him to be able to see the methods that I used when I was a little girl to learn multiplication and to learn other concepts when it comes to math. So what I would like to do is that I would like to switch the camera and just give you a look inside this program. I will not be giving any comments when it comes to the program because I haven't used the program yet. I will not give you any personal opinions when it comes to the program, again, because we haven't started the program and I don't like to give any reviews or opinions because, well, if I don't have the experience with the program, I just don't like to do that. So I will just give you a look inside the program and for you to be able to have a better idea of how it looks. As well, I will give you a look inside of the teacher guide. So that's what you're going to be seeing in this video. Eventually, I will be creating another video where I will show you guys how we are using the program and the schedule that I finally decide to work with the program, since we're using already Math You See. So I will be switching the camera and I will just give you a look inside this. Here you have Exploring Creation with Mathematics. This is from Apologia by Catherine Gomes. I would like to show you that at the beginning it has a verse, a Bible verse. So this is a curriculum that has obviously a Christian worldview. And this is Colossians 1:16. You're looking now at the table of contents. So you have Unit 1, numbers and place value. And you see that it goes by chapters. Unit 2, multiplication. Unit 3, geometry. Unit 4, division. Unit 5 is measurement. Unit 6 is fractions and decimals. And that's the last unit. You have as well an introduction. It says Exploring Creation with Mathematics Level 4. It's just giving you an introduction in here, textbook, the book icons that you guys are going to be using. So each unit has a skills practice that is explained in detail in the parent answer key. These are used to help you practice and rehearse specific skills. Various activities are provided for each skill in the answer key to accommodate different learning styles and to prevent too much repetition. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes to work on these skills each day. An octopus icon lets you know you're about to do an activity. Most lessons begin with a hands-on activity and some include one of the lesson practice. These help you explore and discover some of the main ideas in each lesson. Some lessons will begin with a warm-up instead of an activity. This happens when some review is needed before beginning the lesson. All of the activity sheets are in the back of the parent answer key book. You can tear them out before completing the activity. Thumbnails of these pages are included in the student book, so you know exactly what you're supposed to be using. Additional copies of these activity sheets are also available on the Book Extras website. So there's a website where you can make those copies for the book. We are not going to do that. I am just going to extract those copies from the teacher guide. And I think that will be just perfect because I just have one kit, so I don't see the purpose. I don't see the purpose of me making copies. I have created some copies, but the reality is just for me as a teacher to have. A killer whale icon alerts you to an important concept or vocabulary word, and as well the sea turtle icon appears before each lesson's practice pages. So these pages were specifically designed to help you build your mathematical skills and should be completed each day after the opening activity. Okay, and you're going to have a code for the website for you to be able to create those extras, materials, and activities. So you will have those copies that you will be finding in there. So it's not actually that you're creating those materials, but that those materials are available for you on the website. So you have Unit 1, Numbers and Place Values, seeing our creator in mathematics. And it's giving the child an introduction, a skills practice for Unit 1. So you can see them in here. It says adding and subtracting 3-digit numbers. See answer key page 16 for more details. You have Chapter 1 in here, place value. So in this chapter, they will be learning use place value to write numbers up to 1 million, write numbers in expanded and written form, and round numbers. And you can see that immediately it's just giving them an activity to be able to do. And it's provided the copies on the teacher guide. So if I was going to do lesson 1, so I will go here to the teacher guide. All the way at the end, you have the activities. So let me just look for that activity. And here is the page for those activities that is suggesting on the student book, just like that. You can see that activity right here, and it's giving you instructions on what they are going to be doing with that activity. The same on this side, you can see it's very colorful, very good illustrations, and it's just simple. When you see the page, it doesn't look really clutter. It looks with color, but it's just very simple, very well done. I think very delicate, so to speak, and vibrant at the same time. A little bit of geography in here. And it has just simple stories to relate to the real world. So I think that is important that they can see how math is, they can practice math with everything they do in real world happening around them, correct? Math is always happening around them, and it just relates that, and I think that's very important. So how to feel a check. Lesson 5, comparing and ordering. If you notice, not that much for them to do. So it has the activity at the beginning of each lesson. You can see this is lesson 6. It's giving them some examples in here. This is the page that they're going to be working with. And that's it, just pretty much one page for them to be able to work with that. So this is a very mastery approach as well, if you can see. But it's a very, kind of like a very unique way to present things. And at the same time, it's not overwhelming. And again, with color, but just the right amount. And the right amount as well for practice, for lessons to for cheats for them to practice, worksheets. It's more for them to be learning with the activities, and I think that is very important in here. That is just creating fun for them. Here you have lesson 8 as well. You can see it's giving them some instructions in here. So example here. Okay, this is a little bit longer, but you can see that what they have to do is pretty much 2 pages. I will say 1 page, and that's enough, and that's it, because this one in here is just a review for what I can see now. This is my first impressions as well of the program, because even though I obviously did my research and I went to the website and looked for pages and to be able to see very well what we were going to be selecting for math. Obviously it's not the same as you having the book in front of you and being able to look very well what is included. So this is my first impressions as well, what I am doing now, but so far what I can see is really good. So that's just looking from from the first time as a first impression. And there you go, that was unit 1. We are starting unit 2. So what I am going to be doing is that I am going to have you guys with some music while I just give you a look inside. So you can see that at the end they have a project and a certificate when they finish the program. Now I would like to show you guys, obviously, the teacher guide. So I will just give you a look at that. Something that I like as well is that it's a spiral bound for his book, so that is something that is easy for him to be able to use if we are doing car schooling. If you notice, the teacher guide is not really that thick. Half of the teacher guide is pretty much the activities, and if you notice, if I just grab the teacher guide from this point, you will see that pretty much these are the instructions for you as a teacher, and these are the copies for the activities that they're going to be working with. Okay, so just half and half. Again, the table of contents, you can pause and screenshot if you would like. A daily schedule week by week. You can see that first week is just 4 days, and it continues like that, so it's a 4-day program. You have the teacher guide introduction, daily skill practice overview, optional chapter tests, And you can find these as well on the extra materials on their website. And every time at the beginning a supplies list, but you have as well a complete supply list for you to be able to make a copy if you would like. For what I can see, all the materials are things that you already, if you're a homeschool mom, you should have already in your home. They're very easy materials for you to be able to find if you don't have them, and it's just simple activities for you guys to create that will solidify what they are learning with the program. A skills practice for Unit 1, addition and subtraction. You have in here chapter 1, place value. This is lesson 1. You can see that what they're seeing on their student book, you're able to see on your teacher guide, with the only difference that obviously this is the answer key in here. So you're seeing those answers at the same time, which I think is very helpful. If you are a busy mom and you have multiple kids and you just want to have those answers available for you to be able to correct what they are doing at the moment, and just being able to continue going with whatever you guys have to do for the rest of the day. Unit 2. You can see that the explanations that they have for you to give to your student as a teacher are very brief, and I think it's more for you to be able to know what you guys are going to be, the new concept that you guys are going to be dealing with. So I think that that is very important. So I think it's very simple the way that they just explain things in here. So it's simple enough for you to be able to just being able to grasp whatever it is that you have to be teaching your kid, or that your kid is going to be doing with the student book. It's showing you as well in here the pages for the activities. So that is something that is unusual for a teacher guide. Usually they can show you the answer, but they just give you a reference of where you can find that activity in your teacher guide. It very rare you see like exactly the same activity sheet that they can see on their student book, or that you are going to provide for them in your teacher guide in a colorful way. So that was very interesting, and I think that was very nice of them to be able to do that, because it makes the process for you to find that activity easy. So I think that that's very nice of them, that they just add those activity pages in there. You can see example here. They are just giving you the same pictures that they can see in their student book for you in your teacher guide. So I think that was very nice. Another one there. Supply list. More of the answers for the activities here in your teacher guide. So you're seeing exactly what they are seeing and the solution for that activity. So now that I gave you an example of how the portion of the teacher guide looks for you as a teacher, I would like to show you the portion for the activities. So you can see in here the first activity, the problem solving process, questions to ask, and you can see copies of the activities all the way at the end of the book. Very colorful, but not something that is overwhelming, not for you as a teacher, and surely not for your student. They have some unit projects, more activities, timetable, activity sheet, divisibility rules. A number is divisible by. More activity sheets, estimation scramble, greatest area game board, liquid volume, fractions on the number line, fraction game board, fraction dominoes, fraction flowers, and I am just skipping some of them. Fraction cards, so we have another game in there. Decimal, review, cut and paste. Have some activity sheets in here for fractions, measuring cups, and you have the chapter 1 test in here. Chapter 2 test, so each chapter has a test for what I can see in here. Remember, these are my first impressions as well of this program, so this is the first time I am looking completely at the program like this. And let's just skip a little bit. Chapter 15 test, and at the end of the teacher guide manual you have the complete supply list, that master supply list, if it's easy for you to just detach it from the book and take it to the store. And just what I do is that I just highlight, and it's easy for me. You can see that this is already the pages are already cut for you, so you just have to detach the page from the book and it's easy for you. So that is very important, because they are just doing that job for you. So it's making your life a little bit more easy when it comes to that you're able to detach the page so easy as well. So hopefully this look inside is helpful. Hopefully this was something that I just wanted to share with you guys, to let you guys know what we're doing in here. It gives you an idea on how I am just handling things when it comes to math, and how we're going to be moving forward when it comes to our math. Eventually, once we get to the program, I will be able to share with you guys my opinions and give you a detailed review of what we think about the program and how it's been working for us. So hopefully you enjoy this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give me some thumbs up. That's how you let me know that you enjoy this type of videos. I will see you then. Bye bye.